Okay, you had a couple questions here, so we're going to go over them as well. So we go 1, 2, 3, beautiful rear cross. Pick up here on the front. Okay. And this looks like the dog is taking off straight. Okay. So the problem here is I can't see what you're doing with your body, but it looks like you start the front cross here. You're facing the dog, which means you still have to rotate through. So it looks like your dog is headed straight and then puts in the turn. So it's different from the dog putting in a shorter stride and then angling, right? So your dog went straight and then tried to turn over the bar instead of jumping straight over the bar, but from a different takeoff point. Sometimes if you can set the lines before takeoff. So I can't see what happened, but basically as the dog takes off, you could try and set the line a little sooner, but I don't know. It's one where the dog needs to be able to keep it up a little bit. You'll notice that sometimes your dog, they rotate their body, the hindquarters, this way. Meaning, if I froze it over the bar, their first half of the body would be straight and upright, but the legs would be shifted to the side. So if they're turning this way, they rotate so the left leg is above the right leg. If you can imagine that, kind of like they're jumping sideways. So she just got it a little too late. I don't know that there's too much you can do. Whereas see the slice, see how both legs are the same? Yeah. So sometimes on jumps where they're trying to turn, they have to turn sideways in order to get there. Okay, pull her off the next jump. So you tried to shrink the pinwheel. Let me see here. This is like some kind of send. You have this awkward forward-leaning position. Usually indicates some kind of send behavior. So I guess the short answer is I don't know why she didn't take it. Other than it looked like you were going to stop here no matter what. So to me, this is the refusal of a send. I guess I wouldn't send from that spot. Distance handling on pinwheels, I don't typically do. What I would prefer to do is just run a shorter line. I don't stay in position and do a loop, and I definitely don't send because of the confusion it can create as far as turnaways, which I don't think your dog has a problem with, but there was initial confusion about the commitment there. So if shrinking the pinwheel means reducing yardage for the handler, there's just no reason for that for you. I would only do that with my least mobile handlers, and even then, I try not to have them stand in one place or a circle. I just have them take one step in each of a line, so they make like a box, depending on the pinwheel, instead of like doing something like that. Or in your case, a send, and then doing this, right? And then whatever the last step is, you try and send them over this one and then bring them over here. I just make lines for each of them. If you've ever seen our video on pinwheels, it's in the Academy. Go ahead and do a search for that, and I'll tell you what you need to know. Love your ending. Yeah, that's really good. Beautiful blind. Great job.